So welcome everyone to the Monday practice of Hands for Healing online training. Here we are with Yolanda. Many thanks, Yolanda. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you, Alicia.
Thank you, Mayte. And thank you, Wonder Group.
Thanks, the Wonder Group. Thanks to the International Sintergetica Association. Thanks to MAYogaAustralia. And let's start with the Monday practice today. The first thing that we were talking about is the questions you ask. One is since when? Since when you start having this kind of a problem? Or
exactly. You ask, when should we go to the doctor? I've done everything in my hands and I still, I kept having the problem. I kept having this headache, this weakness, okay, that you referred to, okay? So if you ask as a patient, oh, Yolanda, I'm weak, I'm headache and so on. I've been doing hands, I've been doing this, but it's not enough. Okay. Question, since when? Well, 2 weeks ago or whatever. And what happens, what was happening around that time that you are aware, are more conscious that you are not feeling well? Oh, I have a family situation. So let's begin with that. This doesn't mean that we won't go to a doctor. What I'm saying that let's try to see what's the origin first. Because I really wish that the doctor would give you a pill to, to solve your loneliness or your, when you feel that you miss so much, that you wanted to be there, to be especially. And this is very important because it is plus, it is not just that she left, it's that she left, but to Mexico, not anywhere else, to my country, which I wish I was there as well. So when we have all, and I miss that very much, and well, that creates a friction between what you think, what you feel, and what you do. And what are you doing? Staying in Australia, in Brisbane, doing Monday practices. This is what you are doing. But where do you want to be? I want to be in Mexico with my wife and my family and so on and so forth. So this is a friction between what you think, what you feel, and what you do. And that frictions affects, shows in the body. Okay?
Yes.
So we do, of course, in the energetic body, because you work with energy, with yoga, with breathing, with so on. So you just don't stay with an ibuprofeno. No, you do, before doing the ibuprofeno, the medicine, you do what you already know, but it's not enough. But then you ask yourself, why is not enough? And every time you think about it, then you get that feeling of missing. I miss that so much. And that is not only your wife, it's all what is in relation, in connection with the event. So then what should I do? First of all, go to there and accept it. What creates the frictions is that we don't accept the situation. So the first clue is, this is our starting point. I accept this. This is it. I mean, this is a fact. and I accept that this fact affects me. I accept it. No, then what do I do with that? You change the polarity of everything is energy, as you know, and then you change the polarity, and you, in your breathing, in your meditation, in your being with yourself, you bring your wife, your Mexico, your family is not there, is within you.
Yes.
And if you really, you know it, but you don't really feel it, because then this is the friction. This is what friction is all about. I know this is it, but I still miss her. I still miss the situation, and I still, okay? So it's not enough knowing. It's not enough. So, and this is related to our beliefs. This is in connection with our beliefs. And we believe that the space exists. And then she's away. No, she's not away. She is within you, but you have to feel it. It's not enough that you say it. You have to feel deeply that Mexico is within you, that your family is within you, that your wife is within you. And if it's within you, so there is no problem. No problem. There is no friction. This, full stop, period. This doesn't mean that you don't go to a doctor, okay? But it's not the first thing. I mean, there are so many things that we can do in the meantime, because if you feel fine, then this friction, you'll see if by accepting the situation within your heart, then you feel better. If you feel better, then you know what it is. You know what you don't have to go to the doctor. But if doing this, the inner work, still you have a headache, it's no problem whatsoever to have a blood test. And then you have the blood test and everything is perfect, because you are perfect. It has a little bit of iron that is related with what? With your nutrition. This is it. And this is very simple. And then you do what you have to do. You have Floradix, and you have eggs, and then you that part of the friction that shows in your body that that affects your body, then you solve it that way. But then you'll know what is the problem.
Yes.
But Yolanda,
yes.
For example, the partner is not just far away for a holiday, but leaving you. So it's a different situation. You cannot feel that he is far, but he's still with you, you know, it's a bit...
Okay, very good question. Thank you, Alicia, because it's a very good one. If your partner, the partner you are emotionally involved, is with you, he still is with you, even if he went away and he left you for another woman and so on and so forth. He misses you. It's all the way around. He lost you. It's all the way around. You didn't lose anyone, because that anyone wasn't really with you. We confuse the nearness with the actual fact. You know what is the worst problem in the world? the loneliness accompanied, the accompanied loneliness. This is one of the worst things, because you are living with a lot of people, with a lot of family, with your husband, with everything, and you are very, very unhappy. And you are more alone than ever, being so around with a lot of people. Right, Alicia?
Yeah, but what you would suggest to the client if he has some health problem from how to say it in English, when somebody leave you, you know? Yeah, broken. And has some problems. Also, it can be headaches, can be something else, cannot eat, cannot sleep, you know?
That's the point. This is what we are talking about. First of all, the person has to realize where the problem is.
Yeah, acceptation is the first, but it's very difficult.
Oh, I'm not saying it's easy. One moment. I'm not saying it's easy at all.
Nobody said it was easy, no?
Exactly. I'm not saying it's easy. What I'm saying, that is possible. This is what I'm saying, that is possible. And then it is when you ask yourself and you make the connection, you realize. You know, the best moment is when I have a patient that comes to me that I've seen there for 2 or 3 times previous. And then when she sits there, well, how is your pain? And then she says, you know what, Yolanda? I have just realized that when I angry at him, my headache, my pain is worse. You see?
Yeah, that is a realization of situation.
Absolutely, because in the meantime, if you don't make the connection, then you go to the doctor, and then the doctor start doing exams after exams, medicines after medicine. Well, but I want to be very clear. I'm not saying not to go to the doctor. What I'm saying is that first things first.
And then what you would suggest to do like hands healing procedure if somebody has this problem, you know, that cannot accept the situation?
Okay. First of all, is not accepting is something that is mental. It's one kind of energy. So energies are not integrated. Okay? The 3 bodies, what I think, what I feel, and what is happening are separated. So all the maneuvers you know that makes integration are useful. 1. Second, where the emotions are. Mainly, the emotions are in the 3rd center, right? Yes?
Yeah.
Emotions?
Yes.
Mainly.
In the 3rd center. But they have to. So you can help. But most important of all is that you help the patients to, because you can't do it for her. You help her, you accompany her, but you can't do it for her. It helps integration, it helps making the maneuvers, it helps For instance, weaving the web, because when the person is in such a turmoil, emotional turmoil, then they don't sleep, they feel tired, they, etc. Okay, so weaving the web is wonderful, but you can't do her job. You help her. And you can help her in this way. You do both in hands, you weave the web, see if there are leakings of energy, all this you can do. And if the symptom is in the head, then indeed you do the mudras. Of course you do them, okay? But then you are doing the mudras to ease the symptom. But the symptom, unless the person is helping herself, it's difficult, because it is as if you put a ice on the front. Okay, which is useful. If you have a headache, you put ice, cold cloth here. It's useful, but it doesn't solve the problem. It doesn't solve the problem. Then what else?
We were speaking last Monday that you will tell us this specified information about columns and
okay,
bands
yes,
in first, yeah,
yes, indeed. Well, remember that I told you that the columns are the chakras, the centers, right? That you already remember that, okay? And you know that this is the 6th, the 1st, the 3rd, and in the betweens, the 5th, the 4th, and the 2nd, right?
Right.
Okay. And the bands are horizontal. And the bands refers to the structure. Remember, what are the characteristics of the first chakra?
Strong.
You tell me, Alicia.
Ah, sorry.
What? No, tell me.
Sorry,
Yes.
Well,
I don't. Of the first
What
chakra?
are the what defines the first chakra? Yeah.
It's roots, feel comfortable and safe.
And a structure is
Structure.
bone, is our skeleton. It's bones, it's a structure. What gives you is what is the most matter, is earth. This is why it's root. Is earth. Is this entity. This is what is the essential of the first chakra. And if we keep this in mind and know that entity and put it into a band and go around, remember that we have already all the columns, and go around in the first band, we are going through all the chakras, right? Except 7th, of course. We are going through the 6th, the 5th, the 4th, the 3rd, the 2nd, and the 1st, right? So now that I know that first chakra is entity, root, structure, I do exactly the same in each of the chakras. So in the sixth chakra is what is more dense of the integrating chakra, which is the sixth. What you should know is what is the essential, that what defines each of the chakras. And that, when you put it into the band, then you go to the fifth. And what is the fifth chakra? Tell me, what is the fifth chakra?
Fifth is communication.
Yeah, what else? And in the more dense, we are talking in the dense part. Remember that each chakra refers to some organs, and each chakra refers to the more material.
It's creativity.
Thing, right?
It's throat.
Yeah, but that is higher. I mean, in the very first, which are the organs of the fifth chakra?
Throat.
Thyroid.
Thyroid,
Yeah.
right. So, and what is thyroid? Is the metabolic part, right?
Yeah.
So when you go with the first band to the fifth chakra, you are talking to the thyroid, to the metabolic, more than the metabolic function. You are going to the thyroid, to the ancestral energy, because first chakra is also ancestral energy. So you are going to the ancestral energy of the thyroid when you are in 5-1. Because then, how do we name it? We name it with the name of the colon in Roman, and with the name of the band in Arabic. So when you say 6-1, this is what you're talking about. And you are talking about the more dense, the structure of the integration. And if you say 5-1, you are referring to the thyroid, or moreover, the ancestral energy of thyroid here. And if you go to the fourth, which is 4-1, what is the characteristic of the fourth chakra?
It's a heart.
Is the heart. And what else? Is the circulation. Is circulation. It's the circulatory system, right? So when you are in here, 4-1, you are referring to what is the more dense of the chakra, of the fourth chakra, which is circulation. But not only that, ancestral energy of the circulation system, circulatory system. Okay? And of course, if you keep going, and not only in the dense, but in the emotional area, then 4-1 refers to the when you lose someone, pérdidas afectivas, how would you say that? When you lose someone?
Grief?
Yes.
Grief. No, it's not grief. Grieving, no?
Grieving.
Grief. sorry, Kimmel, what?
Grief or grieving? Yep.
Grief. When
Grief.
you grieve, ooh,
Mhm.
this is for one as well. And it's the same with the rest of the chakras in the first band. You take what is the quality, the color, the meaning of the first chakra and go through, cross them on each one of the chakras. And of course, being the first band, the first one, when you go to the first chakra, then you have what? 1-1. And 1-1 is the harmonic point of the first chakra, first band. Okay? And this is important because when we are doing, remember the exercise we did with the elements and with the chakras of the elements, that when we work with the earth, remember this? When we did
Yeah.
this, okay, then we went through all our biofield. Let's do it. Because then when we finish this round, where do we go? To the 1-1. This is the crown, the jewel of the crown, the 1-1. Okay? So we do earth, you know, the mudra, earth, you know. So let's do it. I'm going to do it very quickly, but it's not that quick. But then you do this, you feel where you have a problem, you stay there, and then when you go down is the first chakra, right? You put your hands, you turn them, and then start going up. And when you are doing this, going up with the mudra of earth, and you are going through all the chakras, you are doing in the periphery the same as when we do with bands and columns. Can you see? Because you are going with the mudra, with earth, you are going with earth in earth, first chakra, earth in earth, first chakra. But then you go earth in water, second chakra. And you keep going. Earth in fire, earth in air, earth in ether. And then you go to the central and go to 6-1. 6-1. Okay? 6-1. And then with the element, with the earth element, which is the first chakra in the first band, then you go and you go to 1-1. Right? And then you go with all through that. Back again to your heart. this is a wonder. This is really a wonder. And Alika, you asked me, how can I help a patient with this problem that I asked her since when? And then she said, since my husband left. How can I help her? I can help her being a mirror, so she can see herself in the mirror. And then that she can listen to herself. Listen to yourself. You suggest that very kindly. Listen to yourself. Since when you have this headache? Since my husband left. Okay, so let's see if you try to, in order to help her, it depends on the person. This is so individual that then you said, okay, well, but you know that the people is in the heart, for instance, to see what happens, to see if she has a resonance with that, with what you're saying. You have to know the person, of course, to see what is the state, her real state. Because if she has this problem, and then sometimes, you know, I have a patient that keeps having the problem, keeps having the headache, and so on. Said, well, I suggest go to the doctor. Myself, I make the suggestion, go to the doctor. So when she goes to the doctor, I found a tumor, then it's something else, of course. But then when she has the results and the doctor, all the exam says you are all right, this is it. You left that out of the problem. It's not a physical problem. Now you know, now you have the proof that you don't have anything, but you feel right, you feel bad. And we accept, this is the most important thing, because she is feeling bad. And we are no one to tell her, no, you don't feel bad because the exam says that you have nothing. Never, 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 never. The exams are the photograph, and the photograph shows that you don't have a physical problem, but you do have a problem. And we are going to help you with that problem. And then again, energy, that the energy is all right, that there is no leaking, there is no blockage, all that. And then, yes.
I have
Yes.
a client, and she went through all doctors checking, tested everything. Everything is okay. So everybody just sent her to
a psychiatrist.
Psychologist, yeah, psychiatrist.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she came to me, and yeah, she is lazy to do whatever, so nobody can help her. Yeah, it's like that. She
But
doesn't
don't-
accept that she has to do something with herself. She don't do it. She doesn't do it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, but probably it's not because she doesn't want to. We have to be very empathize with the person, because sometimes it's not because she doesn't want to, it's that she doesn't know how to even think about it. And probably she's been like that, her family, her mother.
She tried everything, you know, but she is lazy. She is very fat and lazy. She doesn't want to move. She cannot breathe. She's always sad, and she's hypochondriac. Yes, she always speaking about what hurts her, how pain she has, and blah blah. So I don't know who can help her, really.
Well, you can give her a tip. A very, very, when you have someone like that, I just tell her, Okay, let's do something and let's do it together. Let's do it together. The tongue. And now feel, place the tongue. This is the upper, the place your tongue there, very wet. And see what happens. And this is absolutely physical. You feel better just with doing this. Because, and there is a physical reason why you feel better. You are activating the parasympathetic and so on, deactivating the sympathetic and so on and so forth, because this is where the ATM is. And there are physical reasons why when you place your tongue, not put, place, as if you were with a candy, then and start breathing with her. When she does that, then because it's important that she feels that she can do something very simple to be a little bit better. Just a little bit. And if that works, then you know this is the starting point. This is the beginning of the thread, and you pull the thread, pull it, and then it's amazing. It's really amazing. Of course, it's even that is very much in the role of a victim. I saw a patient that kept coming with problems here, there, all the exams, nothing happens, but I feel bad. All the exams, hypochondriac, and so on and so forth. And finally, after 2 years of all exams, all do, finally she found a tumor in the lung. And then she came so happy. I knew I had something. Now my husband is going to learn.
Yeah.
Because at the end, we create the problem, indeed.
And how do you recommend to mirror that victim role?
I just listen to her and repeat her own words. I don't put it into my words. I just take her word, exact words. The example I told you, when the patient says, "You know what, Yolanda? I just realized that when I get mad, I get a headache." So, well, you realize that when you get mad, you get a headache. It's like being a recorder, putting the recorder back, the recording back. Their words, exact words. And the person, because when she says the first time, it's very automatic. I just realized, I congratulate her, of course, but then she forgets about it and keep talking about the headache, okay? And in one moment I said, okay, but you realize that when you get mad, you get the headache worsens. So what about if we try to deal with the madness when you get mad? So mad is an energy. to being mad is an energy. So it's an energy that is hurting yourself. So let's use the same energy, which is a wonder, to for you, to work for you. Let's make this wonderful energy you have to work for you. And let's do it. I do a lot of stuff with the patients in the session, so that I can see that she really felt it. And if she didn't feel it very well, I take her hands and said, look, grab her hands and put her hands in my cheek, in my ATM. And then I exaggerate so that she can feel when it's tense. No? And then I'll do the thing, and this is it. Now you. And of course, if still is in the victim, well, that's her choice. But I always say to myself, if she comes to me, is for something. It wasn't by a chance that she came to me. If she came to me, it's for something. So I do my 100% because she came to me. And most important of all, no judgment. Do not judge her. Because even if you don't say anything, you are saying it with everything. Those are frequencies. And it's just changing the feeling of empathy. She probably has lived a dreadful life, and she's daughter of a mother, has lived a dreadful life, and that is a granddaughter, and then it's a change, you know. So if it's with me, I'll do everything in my heart to help her. And to help her to get in touch with herself so that she can do something about it. Well, what else?
Well, that's very beautiful that you mentioned the not judgment. It is not just not saying it, but it is actually...
No, it's not feeling it.
Yes.
It's not feeling it, because if you feel it, you are saying it. And the only way that you don't feel it is because you don't judge. I mean, I have been there.
And it's also
So
a
who
matter
am I
of practice, no?
Well, of course. Yes.
Observing
Indeed.
yourself when you start judging. Well, because it
Yeah.
almost, we judge often because of our education, no? Sometimes it's our way to say, that's good, that's not good, that's no.
Exactly. We are all the time in this is bad, this is good. And especially in certain religions, in ours, Catholic religion, is a sin. So this is bad is also with a guilt. And then, oof, it's terrible. It's very difficult to deal with that.
And the best practice to start with ourselves, no?
Absolutely. You know, I have been an immigrant as well. I very, very soon, it was, I've been living in Spain for 21 years now. But at the beginning, when I came here, that I thought a lot about it, okay? And then the image that I came, that helped me was the bonsai. You know the bonsai tree?
Yes,
Bonsais?
a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a little but perfect, a holistic tree, 100% tree with roots, a trunk, branches, leaves, fruits, and everything. Isn't it? Okay. So this is where I am, a bonsai. My roots are with me. My Venezuelan roots are with me. I didn't leave them in Venezuela. When you leave your roots, then you feel unrooted wherever you are. And one of the problems of the people that immigrate is that they feel they are unrooted because they left the root elsewhere in their country. And now that this immigration is an issue, an universal issue now, and in the case of Venezuela, Venezuela has almost 6.5 million Venezuelans had to emigrate from Venezuela. And in Spain alone, I don't know whether it's 1 million or so. And I keep listening to people with problems, all sort of problems. And the main problem is they feel unrooted because they left the root in their country. So what about if the root is not elsewhere, but within you? Of course that you have to do what it happens with the bonsai. When you go to a new environment, you need to, to adjust, to learn about the weather, the seasons. We don't have seasons in Venezuela. I had to learn. So some of the branches of the tropical Caribbean Sea had to be modeled. Okay. But I'm complete. I'm 100%. So I can be in Spain, in Australia, in Japan, in China, because I'm 100% me. That I adjust my everything, my leaves, my branches, and so on, are adjusted to the new environment. So when you are complete, then you are not unrooted. And then let's work then with that sensation, with that feeling, because that has problems with the kidneys, has all sort of problems. So let's first see within you how you read yourself. So then you know. It's easier. It's not an easy path, but it's an easier way to go around the problem. And this is very, very common when you feel, and this is what they are called ghettos. What is a ghetto? A ghetto is a group of nationals that live within almost walls, and they eat the same food, they eat the same, they marry within themselves, everything. This is a ghetto. But they are not living in the society, in the country that you are. So one of my first step when I came to Spain is not a ghetto. I didn't see any Venezuelans and so on because I choose to be in Spain. So let's study history from Spain. Let's see the habits, especially the history. Being a historian, for me, history is a very important tool, because that helped me to understand where I am. You see? So Mayte, you had to be a bonsai.
Yes, yes, I really love that concept, and also the visualization, because sometimes, as you say, knowledge is not enough.
It's not enough.
Images can help us. Observing, observation, imagination. So all these things help us in the way of being grounded, rooted, connected with the earth, and feeling complete.
And doing it through the breathing. It has to be accompanied by the breathing.
Yeah.
Because breathing is the only thing that we really do in present time. Although we don't know, we are not aware of that, because we are breathing just in a very survival state. But when you are aware, when you put your conscience to your breathing, this is the previous step to, I always said, practice present time. We have to practice. This is something we have to practice, because we forgot. We live in the past. We are not living in the present. We are living in the past.
Or in the future.
Which is worse, because the future, you don't know. The future is just the projection of your experiences in your past. You don't have this is a fact, that 90% of the fears of the future you have doesn't accomplish. It's been a study that has proved that 90% of all your fears and your fears about the future, they don't get accomplished. Imagine.
So if we're gonna imagine, maybe better to imagine something beautiful and nice, no?
It's better, but since this is the importance of the present, because if you look at yourself in present time, this is a question I ask always to my patients. Tell me today, tell me one day, tell me today, tell me the story about today. I wake up in my house, or you have cold or hot, or no, you have a bed? Yes, I have a bed. Then I have breakfast, okay. And you have breakfast, so you ate, okay. So I dress myself, okay. I keep putting all the things that, always with the same words, okay? So you have everything, but you are unhappy. Okay, and you are unhappy, why? Because you have everything. Because you are living in the past where you were. So let's start with right now. How are you feeling today? And this is how you're feeling today. Let's give the entity. Remember, energy is information. Remember that. Matter, energy, information, and consciousness. So give what you feel, which is energy, which is information, give to this sensation more information. Give the sensation entity. With all your senses, you're feeling today, how is your temperature? How's the smell? What you hear? Everything. Give information. The more information it gets, the better because it's something that you can almost touch it. When you practice this, every single day, this is something, it has to be every day. When you practice being in present time and being well, feeling fine, being okay, and even if you leave the room and have a fight with your boss, but you already know that you stay 5 minutes feeling good. The rest of the day or horrible, but you already know that feeling of being good, feeling good. It's within you. It's nothing that you read about. It's something that you already had felt it. This is what is important. That is a sensation that you already have felt it once in your life. You felt fine. So go to that once in your life and rethink about it. Give it more information, until the moment it is so thick that you can almost touch being good. It's an entity. And then you baptize the entity or save us. You know what's the name of mine?
No, share it, please.
Wow. And this is within me, and I save it. You can save it wherever you want. In the navel, in the heart, you save it wherever you want. And you know that is there. You know that is there. And in a situation, in the middle, I urge you to practice it and do it yourself, because then you'll learn how wonderful it is. I was in Mallorca, and in the airport, in the moment of a strike of the controllers, which was a huge event. It was a big thing because this airport is one of the, in high season, is one of the most
Very busy.
busy airports in Spain. So when I was waiting to come back to Madrid, and the strike in the middle, I was there, and the strike. All the people like that, the airport, all the people, some shouting, another one screaming, the other one, whatever. And when you have a lot of people like that, then without being conscious, I started feeling like that as well. I said, one moment. I sat down. I call it back. And then I felt very good, because this file is open now within me, is running in me. So I enjoy those 7 hours in the airport. I learned a lot about the people, nationalities, the one that, the husband that shouted at the wife, "I'm here because of you, now I'm going to miss tomorrow." Well, all sort of things. And it's nothing you could do. I mean, no flight is no flight. So what's the point? There's no flight. Whatever is going to happen tomorrow, you won't know, because no flight. It's on the news. The people will know that you are not there because you are in an airport. That's it. So what's the problem? This is how it works. So practice your moment of being good practice it, give it entity, and name it, and save us the name it you want, and save it within you, physically within you, so that you in a situation when you start feeling like that, moment. And if you are in the middle of somewhere that you cannot show anything, excuse me, I'm going to the loo. You go to the loo, and then you do that in the loo. Well,
Yeah,
this is it.
that is a very intimate place for yourself. The toilet. You can always say, I need to go to the loo, and have your own time.
Exactly. So it's no problem. You do it there, and that's it. And
Yeah.
it's amazing. It's really, really, really amazing.
Very beautiful.
It's because then you accept the things as they are. No flights, no flights. This is a reality. So what's the point in
Yeah. Well, very beautiful session. Many thanks, Yolanda. Kim already had to go. Not
Please,
sure.
you went to Balthasar session this morning? No one. Alicia? No.
Just Petrina.
Kimberly?
It was
No,
a private session for Petrina this morning.
Ah, okay. This is what I was wondering, if someone went, and if Balthasar did something that we do when people died, that is called restitution.
Mm.
yes, that's what I would like to see as well.
Okay, so when she comes, we could, if she wants, we can do a restitution. This is one of the things of Model 5, restitution. Well, this is it. Now practice.
Thank you very
your
much.
Practice your being good. Okay.
Every
Thank
day.
you all for being here. And,
Thank you so
Mayte,
much.
Thank you, Yolanda.
Thank you. And Mayte, you say a second, so we finish talking about.
Okay, yeah, many thanks.